We gonna be eating, huh, Mom? We gonna be eating. It's gonna be good, cause we just. Oh, well, I guess you just gonna be eating. Oh, and you just recording, smiling behind the camera. I'm over here. You really just. It's all about. Why you got me this close to the morsels if I'm not entitled to a percentage of the food stuffs? This is a code. You just recording. I might as well just be a ward of the state if this is what family is, cause I can't believe you won't even look me in my eyes. Look here, it was in this moment that the baby realized that the parental units weren't worth a damn. Bro, I don't know if I can hold her up. I can't hold her. When you're trying to go for a night out on the town, but your ankles are still in quarantine. When your dress is on 10, but your ankles is on 1.6. When your ankles is gluten-free. When your dress was in theaters, but your ankles was straight to DVD. When your ankles tested positive. When you bought your ankles from the 99-cent store. When your ankles died first in a horror movie. When your ankles got 7 missed calls. When your ankles was left on red. When your ankles was boneless with a side of honey mustard. When your ankles is as flimsy as CVS receipt. When your ankles got fired but you showed up to work anyway. When your ankles got blocked on Instagram. When your ankles couldn't afford that rent in Monopoly. Your ankles walked on stage at Jerry Springer just to get socked up. Your ankles got hit with a draw 4 in Uno. When your ankles' favorite artist is Chubby Checker. Come on, baby. Let's do the twist.
Really, boy?
Oh, Jesus, Mama. I was just making sure the temperature was right in the fridge and everything was on the up and up, because stuff be going bad if the temperature ain't right. Mama. I mean, pretty much, bro. Pretty much.
Really?
Yeah. Really, bro.
I'll leave you on the counter for 2 freaking seconds. And look what you do.
Yeah, I didn't like those particular items up here on the counter with me, man.
Really?
Let me reflect for a second.
Really?
Yeah. I keep coming to the same conclusion. Really, bro. I did that.
Let's get it. Let's get it now. Look at who you can't see. Bow when you step on the street. Look at who you can't see. Bow when you step on the street. Let's get it now. Look at who you can't see. Bow when I step on the street. Now let's get it now. Look at who you can't see. Bow when you step on your street. Now let's get it now. Look at who you can't see. Bow when you step on your street. Come on now. Look at who you can't see. Bow when you step on your street. Now let's get it now. Look at who you came to see.
Killing it out here, kid. You're doing your damn thing. You're a champion. You're a runner. You're a fighter. You're doing it. You're doing the best you can. Even though you can't go outside, you're still making the time to get it in. Nobody can stop you. Even when you need help, you take the help, but at the same time, you're pushing yourself forward. That's what I'm talking about. Don't be ashamed to ask for help. Use those bars, but still use your legs on your own steam and strength. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, wait, hold on. You skid that diddly dee. Ah, skid that diddly dee. Okay, kid, you can do anything, but you got a little bit too overzealous there, kid. You can do anything. You're a wrecking ball, but your wrecking ball wrecked the wrong building on that one, You can do anything in Jesus' name except for take your shirt off mid-treadmill. It's in the Bible. Skid that diddly dee. Now, what in the haberdasheries and hemoglobin is going on here?
Understand this. When I say it's time to go, it's time to go. Don't ask, can you stay the night? You cannot. Don't ask, can they come back over here and stay the night? They cannot. Don't get over here acting like you hungry, like you ain't ate all day. If you do, I'm gonna knock fire out of your throat. Don't touch nothing. Don't break nothing. Don't ask for nothing to drink. Don't ask for nothing to eat. Lisa Ann already think her kids is better than everybody else, and they are not. If one of them touch you, you better knock their head off their shoulder. Don't come in there tattling to me about what you think, what you want, and how you feel. When we get ready to go, I tell you how you feel. Is everybody on the same page? Don't play with me.
This is the realest video in hip-hop right here. You know what I'm saying? You got to let these kids know before you leave the door. You got to let them know, man. It's a lot of politics to the parental game. When you going over somebody else's house with your kids, there's going to be other kids there. You got to let kids know the ground rules before you leave the crib. It's a battle plan. It's a strategy. It's a lot of politics involved in being a parent. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of kids will use the moment to get over on their parents. You know what I'm saying? I remember I used to do that. When I was a kid, I would have my friend Leon ask my mom if I could stay the night at his place. And vice versa. We think, oh, okay, if I have the other kid ask, that'll soften the blow. That'll soften her up to where she don't want to tell another kid no. And then we in there. We home free. It works sometimes, but sometimes we got cussed out, but it was worth the chance to take. You know what I'm saying? It was worth taking the shot, man. We used to do that all the time. Or ask around a whole bunch of people. Ask around the other kids' parents, the other kids, like, can we stay tonight? Yeah. And everybody's looking around. Now the pressure is on the parent that wants to say no. Now the parent doesn't want to look bad. The pressure was on in public. But then they snatch you up to the side. Look here. Don't you ever pull that mess in public again. Now I said yes tonight. But when you get home tomorrow, it's going to be hell to pay. Now get on in there and have a good time at this little whack sleepover that I didn't want to happen. And then you do have the parents that think their kids are better than every other kid in the neighborhood and the family. There's always that family where the parents be like, my kids are better than these kids. And in some cases, they may be right. But not all the time. And you got to make that stance. You know what I'm saying? Your kids is just as good, just as valued, just as well behaved. But even the best kids will go over somebody else's house and act like they have never eaten before. And that's a bad look on the parent. Like when Serena Sincere used to ask to go over somebody else's house, I'd be like, make sure you eat before you leave this house. Because they will get over to that other house and be like, food? What's that? I've never seen food. Pancakes? Burgers? What do you mean? It's like they introduced to it for the first time over there. Then when you come pick your kids up, you look like Mad Dog from Jason's Lyric. You got on the dingy post-Vietnam, I'm an alcoholic now, wife beater on. That's how they looking at you, man. Come on, man. There's rules to the game when you're a parent out here. And I fully endorse and back this woman right here laying the ground rules before they leave the house. And another thing, when we go grocery shopping, don't ask for nothing, okay? Kids always want to add to the basket, but ain't got no add to the basket money. This is what kids do. I did it, and then when I was a parent, you ain't gonna do it even though I did it. The hypocrisy of the parenthood. It's always coming back, man. And also, when a kid is over at the house unexpectedly, don't expect to eat. I didn't factor this extra kid in to when I was cooking dinner. If I'm cooking dinner, I didn't factor in enough for the extra kid. The kid has to go home. The boys had this one friend, he was greedy McClintock. He was greedy Montgomery. He was greedy Reynolds out here. Talking about, is there something for me? No, absolutely not. You live around the corner. Go around that corner and see what your mother cooked. Because I didn't factor you in. I figured I'm going to get about 2 plates. My oldest, he might get a plate and a half. Sincere, he'll probably do half a plate, maybe a full plate. And then my ex-wife at the time, she'll probably do a plate. So I factored all of this in after years of coexisting. I knew the dynamics and the mathematics and the portions. I didn't factor you in, young man. Go around the corner, have your supper, come back over here after you had your own supper from your own house with the own documents that your own parents provided for you to eat for the day and not me.
Terrell, don't do this. At least open the gate.
Fast track.
Why would you do this? What was the plan? What was the objective?
God, my back.